Welcome to the Vanilla Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about what motivates you.
What gets you out of bed in the morning? That's an interesting one. What are you thinking, Levi?
Yeah, I think it's all different for every single one of us as well, because we've all got different personalities and different habits and different ways. But Tremaine, if I'm going to come to you, I've known you for a long time, and something that I notice motivates you is probably food. Is that true?
Food? That's actually so true. I remember, I think it was last year, I was telling my mum, I think I just want a good job so I can go out to nice places to eat and like just get food and not have to cook. It sounds so bad, but like for a while that was a strong motivator.
I just want to know. We come to Ezra's house every week to do a bit of podcasting.
We do,
and we've been privileged enough for Coral, Ezra's mum, to be baking for us 3 weeks in a row now. 3 weeks in a row, and I just want to ask: is that one of the reasons why you're coming to the podcast?
It's great. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit disappointed this week. I came in and she was like, "I baked for you, Tremaine," and I was like, "Yay!" All that kind of stuff. But then I found out that there was she's looking at me right now.
She's giving the dead stare.
There was raisins in the baking, and I'm just saying that's a violation of baking. Personally, I don't know what you boys think, but I don't think there should be raisins in baking.
For all the people on YouTube, we've got it right here. It's great stuff.
It's great stuff. I thought it was pretty good. I rate it. I'll take a little nibble.
Take a nibble.
Mm-hmm. All right, should we get into it though?
I'm sorry, Coral.
I think we'll kind of come to a realization. Well, I did as well. Is that it's not one singular motivator in life that makes you do everything that you do, but it's a grouping of things. It's a few things. Mm-hmm. So we can't pinpoint one specific thing, but we're going to touch on different points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bunch of different stuff that motivates us. So, Levi, hit us with your first one. What's one of your first motivators?
I'm going to start off quite genuine. It's quite nice, but something that motivates me, I'm going to have to just say people. People motivate me. Friends, family. One of the reasons I get up in the morning is you're going to work, you're going to wake up in the morning, have breakfast, you're going to drive somewhere, and you're going to see the people, the friends, the family that you've created a lot of memories with. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons what gets me up in the morning.
This is why I think it's quite hard with the whole movement of working from home. It must be so hard for people to stay motivated, for people like yourself, because you're not going to see people if you're just working at home. Yeah. Do you ever work at home? Do you find that hard?
I work at home sometimes in the morning, but that's one fun thing for me. I could work at home more, but I choose not to work at home because I'm like, are you just like unmotivated if you're not with people? I find, because it's just like you're just not talking to anyone, you're not seeing anyone else doing work. And the good thing with working in an office is if you get bored for 5 minutes, like you can just stand up and go chat to someone. Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you can have a quick 5-second break, have a chat to someone, change up your mind space, and just go chat to someone.
Totally. I'm often an unproductive slob at home with myself. There's no one to kind of bounce off or stay productive with. So I'm just by myself in my room, and it's just so easy to just not get a whole lot done. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah. Okay. I'll climb into what gets me up in the morning and what motivates me.
Tell me.
My dad always told me that you kind of have to, treat yourself in the morning. Ever since he was, this is going back to the whole foodie thing, but when he motivation. When he was my age, he would get breakfast. He was working full time for a few years by now, and he would get breakfast out every working morning. Like to the point where he'd make like deals with like the people that own the cafes, so he gets like a discount because he goes to the same place every day. He's like really like habitual.
Yeah.
But like for me, I can't do that. I can't afford it. I wish I could. But like I have like something to look forward to. So for me, it's like a hot shower first, and then it's a tea.
Okay.
Tea or coffee, I feel like coffee's a little bit too much, like straight out of bed.
I don't have coffee.
You don't have coffee?
Yeah, I'm not a coffee drinker.
True.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
True. Okay.
Do you think it's beneficial when getting up in the morning, and does that motivate you to get up in the morning? Because I'm just like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, honestly, the hot shower is pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, just stacking those things like coffee, and then I have some Bible time, and then reading. I like just ordering books and just getting things I want to read. And then you just start with things you want to do, I guess.
Totally.
And it sets me up well.
So if you're in bed under the warm blankets, what is going through your head 5 seconds before you get up?
I'm thinking about the hot shower.
The hot shower. Okay.
I'm not thinking too forward into the day. I'm thinking about hot shower.
Okay.
Fun fact, at the moment, there's no water at my house.
Wait, what?
Which I know, it sucks. Well,
weird.
no, there is water, but I have to turn it off and on because, like, we're, like, connected to another house, like a unit title or something, and, like, our pipe's broken, so it's flooding their house. So in the morning, okay, get this, like, at the moment it sucks. To have my hot shower, I have to get out of bed, walk in the cold outside onto the neighbor's property, put my hand in a drain and twist the pipe that's usually full of freezing water in the morning, and then just like run to the shower. So,
and that'll start the water.
Yeah, that will start the water.
Did you turn it off? You have to go back outside?
Yeah, back outside. It's really tough at the moment, but yeah, that's
How long have you had that?
probably for like 2 weeks now, but it's going to be like this for like another 3 weeks, which sucks.
Oh, what about when you use the tap? Use all that?
Yeah, toilet, like if I want to go like just any time during the day, if I want to, more so number 2, like you have to go turn it on and
Bro, that is so hard.
Yeah, it's a reality at the moment.
Dang.
Yeah, just fun fact for you.
We'll start a GoFundMe for Tremaine.
Yeah.
If you guys have anything.
Can I borrow your toilet?
Dang, that's crazy. That is actually so tough. Something that motivates me in the morning is probably pretty similar. Is I actually got it from Tremaine because whenever he stayed at my house, he would never miss having a shower in the morning. But yeah, kind of along those lines, is having the same morning, like doing the same routine every morning is so motivating because you already know, okay, I'm waking up, I'm making my bed, I'm getting in a hot shower. I used to try to do a cold shower, but I never wanted to get out of bed because that wasn't motivating me. So hot shower, I go straight into making some bacon and toast. Oh, eggs and toast.
Okay, Ezra, I've noticed you have bacon like heaps. Like for me, it's like a privilege thing.
Not anymore.
No?
Mum called me out on it.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, once or
Coral.
twice a week maybe. Once or twice. That's still quite a bit. Yeah.
What about any big ones Ezra got there?
Some larger ones. I would say quite a large one is I'll put God to the side for a second. Not that he's number one, obviously, but I'm just going to look at something else. Honestly, having events, which is often church events, having something like that motivates me so much. I talk to Madison about it a lot. I don't know what life would be like if I didn't have something to like look forward to. It's like, oh dang, like this Friday I have all in. That's literally this week. It's like, oh, I'm kind of hyped for this Friday. And I've had that for the last 5 years. It's been epic. Or, there's a 6 p.m. or there's a Heart and Soul coming up. Or even if it's, a birthday coming up, a 21st. Just having like something, an event to look forward to. Like this weekend, like I got something good. So let's keep going through the week. I got something fun to look forward to.
Yeah, and I reckon there's nothing wrong with that as well. Like, I was reading up somewhere that our brains, like majority of our brain is designed to experience pleasure. So if you've got a healthy brain that's working healthy, like we should be experiencing pleasure quite a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'd be the same as Ezra. I might even call up a mate and organize something for the night just to motivate me during the day. Are you like that?
Yeah. You think about it. If you have your entire day and you have nothing planned, like that's the most dangerous. Like like if you have 2 weeks of study and you have nothing planned, it's the most unproductive time because it's just too much. Like you're not motivated to do anything because it's just nothing planned.
Yeah, I've got like an event Monday, Tuesday. We just started the social basketball league. Like Tuesday got basketball, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. Just something almost every night. And when you're actually doing more, I feel like you're more productive as well. So like the motivation kind of like capitalizes on each other, and you do more. It's like, what's that quote? If you want something done, give it to a busy man. Because
True.
I feel like they're going to get it done more than anyone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of mixed a few in there, so it's kind of like having productive things to do during the day and then having something to look forward to at night.
Yeah.
It's kind of two motivators right there.
I think there's a few cheat codes in that discussion right there.
Okay, tell me.
No, like what you just said, like, habit stacking, like kind of like that, and putting little tokens in. Would that summarize that?
Yeah. I was looking at this. I was researching stuff, and there's two types. Sorry, of motivation. There's intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic means you enjoy the habit you're doing or the thing you're doing, and extrinsic means you put something enjoyable to achieve it. For example, intrinsic would be playing basketball. You love it, like you just do it. So like that motivates you doing the intrinsic thing.
Gotcha.
Extrinsic would be like, I have to study, but once I study, I'll give myself a cookie. You know, so it's like, I don't enjoy it, but I'll reward myself after. Often an extrinsic motivation is at work, people get like pay rises or bonuses and stuff because the boss will be like, we need you to do this stuff. We know you don't enjoy it, but I'll give you an extrinsic bonus as motivation.
So did it say what's the better form of motivation?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
They did say, which was not surprising, they did say most people carry on doing something in the intrinsic motivations. So if you do something...
Extrinsic or
intrinsic?
Intrinsic. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
which makes sense though, because if you're doing something... and that's why they encourage... I watched the video watched, it was encouraging you to do stuff with mates. For example, going to the gym with mates becomes enjoyable because you're doing it with mates and that's the enjoyable part, so therefore you're more likely to go to the gym.
Totally. Yeah, well, for example, this podcast, we could have an extrinsic motivation would be we want to get heaps of views and we want to get people to appreciate it. Whereas intrinsic would be we really enjoy it, we think we can give some value to the people listening. Ultimately, what's going to be the thing that keeps us going? It would be intrinsic.
Yeah, doing it with each other. Yeah.
Straight off the top of my head, I feel like you want intrinsic every time. Like it's just superior to extrinsic, right?
Yeah, I mean, like extrinsic still work all the time. Like they still use them in our everyone uses them in their day-to-day lives. But ultimately, intrinsics have a better success rate.
That's a great thing to bring up right in this conversation right here.
But at the same time, like, I don't know, sometimes the things that require extrinsic motivation can provide better rewards. Also good to think about.
Okay.
Because
why? Yeah. I disagree with this. I disagree with
Ezra just wants to do what he wants to do all the time.
My passion. I want to do my passion.
I remember like one time Ezra was like, I'm going to be a professional basketball player because I want to be. That's what I want to be.
Because that's what I want to be.
Yeah. What happens with that?
Yeah. Oh. Whoa. That just, what the flip, bro? Crazy. Yeah, no, I was pretty keen. I was like, well, you're just hitting a pain point. I was pretty keen. I was pretty keen on b-ball. You know, we're still grinding. But yeah, that as an example of an intrinsic motivation.
Yeah, I feel like cut Tremaine off there. Sorry, I feel like cut Tremaine.
What I was saying is like, I don't know, like, I reckon it's sometimes it's easier to do the things you want to do. You know, sometimes it takes the discipline to get the real fruits of life.
And what about this? Okay, sometimes extrinsic motivation could be like long-term benefits, and intrinsic can be like straight away benefits. For example, if we got extrinsic pay rise, it could be like a long-term goal that someone's like, I'll promise you this much if you do this for 2 or 3 years. So you don't get it for a long time, but intrinsic could be like you're not getting the long-term benefit, but you might be in the short-term benefit, and the long-term benefit could be better as well.
Nah, I'm feeling that extrinsic is like more materialistic things. Like that's the wrong stuff because that's everything external. Whereas intrinsic would be I'm doing this because it is my passion, or intrinsic because I know that this is what God has called me to. I think like God's calling would probably be intrinsic.
Yeah.
Wait.
I think intrinsic is right every time.
Is intrinsic okay? Would this be intrinsic if I was like, hold up, okay. Mind blank. Okay.
You good? I feel like you're extrinsic. I just wanted to check.
No, okay. Are you intrinsic? If you don't want to do something, can it still be intrinsic? Like if I know I really don't want to do this task, like I'm not, like I don't feel like doing it, but I just know that down the line it's really going to benefit my family or benefit me somehow. Is that intrinsic, or am I complicating things?
Yeah. I don't know. I think if you make the task enjoyable. So if you're like, I'm not enjoying this right now, but like a perfect example, going to the gym. you don't enjoy going to, you might do, but you don't enjoy going to a gym or going for a run, but you join a run club or you join a gym with your mates, so therefore the event or the environment becomes enjoyable, I think.
Somebody let us know down in the comments. we can't
really
answer
need to
this.
know. Okay.
There's not a teaching podcast. It's a discussion.
Yeah.
It's a discussion.
Okay, now we're going to climb into something different. And this is kind of something I thought about.
Okay.
I feel like fear is also a big motivator in life.
Okay, yeah.
Like it or not, fear can motivate us.
Tell me why.
Is that what you were talking about before when you said that you do something because you know it will benefit your family in the future?
You're scared that you'll go without?
Are you scared that it won't
don't do
benefit
this
your family
thing?
in the future?
If I don't work, my family's going to be broke.
Oh, yeah, man.
Pain point.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, fear motivates us. Like,
Why? Why does fear motivate us?
because would you want your family to starve? Like, if you have a family, if you got mouths to feed, like, there is a bit of fear there that motivates you to push harder and, you know?
Facts. I was asking, I get you. I was kind of asking for the viewers there. But do you think it's fine to be motivated by fear? Is there a healthy fear to be motivated by?
I think every human has a natural instinct to will to survive.
Yeah.
So everyone is born with a natural, I have to survive. Like you have to eat food to survive. So if you were in a desert, you would do whatever you can to find food and eat food. So a fear is the will to survive the same as fear?
Ooh, similar-ish vibes. I would say.
Okay, let's just say you're worried because you're in a village somewhere and the water supply is running short. Like my village at home at the moment, the water's running short.
It depends with that. I reckon it depends. You can be motivated by fear in that point, which I think is a wrong place to be motivated by. Like, do you think we should be motivated by? Yeah, I don't think we should be motivated by fear. I think we should be motivated by faith.
Oh, I knew you were gonna
fight me, Jermaine. Look.
And I mean, even from like a biblical perspective, it's just like don't worry about anything. You know, cast all your anxieties onto the Lord.
You're in this village, okay? I would say the normal response, a fear-based response, would be like, "We're running out of water. We need to find water quickly." So tell me how you're gonna do that with a different response. You're in this village. Explain what your response is with a faith-based approach.
Faith-based approach. I'll start with a fear-based approach. How's about that?
That's what I just did, though. I just gave a full example.
No, fear-based is, look, I'm the chief leader. I go to the village. We're going to die in 3 days if we don't get some water. We better do something. We could die right now. Yeah. That's a fear-based approach.
And what is your outcomes of that fear-based?
Fear-based.
You're the chief priest, or you're the chief. What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I just had the meeting, and that's exactly what I told the village.
And what are you doing after?
And what am I doing?
That's not a good
meeting.
I'm
saying exactly. So I'm saying, okay, we need to get some water. Everyone get some buckets. Like, quickly. Everyone's freaking out at that point. Faith-based approach. I go in the team meeting and I say, hey, look, team, we're running low on water, but I tell you what, there is a plentiful river 15k down. I've got a plan of attack. We're getting buckets. We're going down together. We're making this a missions trip. I don't know. I feel like I'm being bad here. I don't know.
Like it. I like it. So you're not even praying. You're not even doing anything. You're just going off the thing.
Yeah. Well, I would pray. Didn't put my mind there.
I think you're doing everything which you can possibly do to still get that water.
So up to back to your point, Tremaine, as well, is at the Bible college I went to, we learnt about worldviews. So a worldview, I can't remember which area of the world it is, but there's a worldview in a certain area of the world, and their worldview is fear power. So they are motivated. For example, I can't remember all the details, but Western society is more invaded by guilt justice. So we believe the politics, or they should be run by who's guilty and who's justice for who's worthy. They're rated by fair power. So whoever's powerful is in power, and the people that are under them follow them because they're fearful. So that it is a big motivation.
Interesting. So whoever's the scariest kind of
whoever's the
leader.
scariest,
interesting.
becomes
the
alpha, and then they all become fearful of that. And normally those are the kind of societies that have like gods who are like super powerful, and like you wouldn't want to mess with them. So like we like stand back, we like worship them, we obey them because they're so powerful, and we're fearful of what they're gonna do.
I would hate to live in that society. It seems
like
a dictatorship kind of thing.
Yeah, we would have like we would have live in a culture where it's guilt justice. So we don't commit crimes because we'll become guilty. And we would look at someone if they did something wrong and be like, you are guilty of this, therefore you deserve punishment. Or like you are, just.
Dang. I've never heard of this before. Have you heard of this before?
Never.
Yeah.
Don't get this at university. To say that much.
Something we should know, eh? Interesting. Well, I think a great one to bring up would be God.
Okay.
As a motivator. What do you guys think about that? Being 100% honest from the depths of your heart. How much does God motivate you in what you do?
Yeah. For me personally, I would say quite a lot. Obviously, I do work at the church, and I've been brought up in a strong Christian family. So for myself, I would say every day I am motivated by Christ. Yeah, and try and stay strong to the faith. So
nice,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. Is it the first thing you think about when you get out of bed? Some days, yes. Some days, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that verse? Whether you eat or drink, do it all for the glory of God. It's kind of like whatever we do, it should be motivated by Him. I guess it says it in the Bible. Tremaine, how?
Yeah, I would say, I feel like the most deepest and the most real part of me is connected to God. So yeah, when I dig deep, when I don't know, you just feel super connected to God at your inner core, and it can motivate you in a real beautiful way. I can't even describe it. I don't know if I would describe it as motivation, but like just in a peace and security, and
totally.
Yeah.
Do you reckon the motivation grows as well, and do you reckon the motivation goes through waves when it comes to God as well?
When it comes to God. Yeah.
I think when you're walking with God, there's a lot of contentment. Like, it's not like as so much like I'm pushing for this next goal. It's really just like I'm really satisfied, but things are actually really starting to get better, and I'm getting a lot more healthy, and my like way of thinking is just a lot better, and there's just like an inner serenity, like that's just kind of covering your life, Yeah,
because bro, you used to be pretty motivated to. Like if you're open about it, but I used to be pretty motivated by like to get money, have success.
Yeah,
and that changed pretty like drastically.
Yeah, I remember there was a period of my life where it was only a few years ago where I was going so hard with my saving goals and just hustling and things like that, and I ticked every goal, and I thought it was gonna provide everything that I thought was missing at the time, but I was wrong. I wasn't satisfied, and maybe another time we can talk about, everyone's testimony and stuff, but I'm lucky to be in a place today where I feel a lot more peace, and feeling good. Yeah.
No, thanks so much for sharing that, Trent. That was really cool. I think on the other side of that as well, it's like sometimes you want your motivation always to be God as well, but it's like the world just comes in, and you get motivated by like sport and you still get motivated by money. Is that always a wrong thing as well? Like having hobbies in life that also motivate you, that might not be God.
Yeah, I don't think it is, but honestly, I think about it a lot. Sometimes I've like savings goals in terms of saving money, and I'm like, is that bad to have? Obviously my sole focus should be God, but does that mean that I shouldn't be worrying about saving money? Does it mean that I should just be completely, God, you do what you will with my finances or with my career in life? Like I do think it's healthy to have goals and to be motivated to succeed in your career and money, but finding a way to do that motivated from God is what I'm really trying to figure out.
Well, one of the things I also learned at Bible college was talking about different strengths. So everyone has been given different strengths, and if I even think about my strengths and they motivate me, and is it bad to have those other motivations? it's probably a lot of it about how you're made up. So for example, Ezra loves TikToks, like he loves making videos. I would assume one of your strengths is like creativity. One of your strengths is innovation, coming up with ideas. One of your strengths is connecting with people through stories. So I think it's also how each of us are all made up as well, and we all have different motivations depending on how we're made up. And that's not a bad thing. That's how also God has created us.
Yeah. Totally.
Like one of my motivations is like developer. Like I love for things to progress and develop. So every day I can like wake up and be like, all right, how are we gonna move something from here to there? How are we gonna achieve this goal and achieve that? And if every day, if I can see like a little bit of progress, I feel satisfied and motivated because there's been progress that week.
Yeah, I think it's totally with being a developer. It's not necessarily about maybe what the goal is, but what is the motivation behind it? Like, it can be the same goal, but is it God? Is it God fueling it? Or if you're being honest, is it something else?
Yeah, I feel like it was a mix of what Levi just talked about, a bit about self-discovery and God, and it mixes together. And yeah, that's really cool. But do you think that's a wrap?
That's a steak and cheese wrap. Never had one of those before, but
you're an outro us, Levi.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for listening to the Vanilla Podcast.